90.
SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio is the place for expert advice, strategy, and information from the best fantasy sports analysis to win your league. Plus, hear pick-by-pick coverage of live drafts and interviews with top players, coaches, and team executives on SiriusXM 87.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. Beginning in 1994, Major League Baseball introduced the wildcard concept to the pennant race. Both the National and American League split into 3 divisions each, and the wildcard qualifier was the team with the best record that did not win a division title. But the loss of the last part of the 94 season, including the postseason, put all of that on hold until the following year. In a season where Mickey Mantle passed away and Derek Jeter made his Major League debut, the New York Yankees were the first ever AL wildcard team, finishing 7 games behind the Red Sox. It was also Don Mattingly's only postseason appearance after 14 years in pinstripes. He batted .417 and had 6 RBI in a 5-game ALDS loss to the Mariners. The Colorado Rockies were the first ever NL wildcard team. Heading into the 2015 season, 6 times the wildcard team has gone on to win the World Series. The first to do it, the 1997 Florida Marlins. They also won the 2003 World Series, again as a wildcard entry. It's the only 2 times the now Miami Marlins have even qualified for the postseason. The 2002 Angels, the 2004 Red Sox, the 11 Cardinals, and the 14 Giants all won the World Series as wildcard teams. That Red Sox win was their first championship in 86 years. Boston has been a wildcard team 8 times. On 6 occasions, the wildcard team has made it to the World Series, only to come up short, including the 2014 Royals. In 2012, baseball added a second wildcard team, which sets up a winner-moves-on 1-game showdown between the 2 wildcard clubs. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
Get the latest news, opinion, and analysis from MMA to boxing and the professional wrestling world 24/7. SiriusXM Fight Nation, SiriusXM 156, and the SXM app.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Wednesday, April the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In Major League Baseball, 12:35 p.m., Pittsburgh Pirates taking the St. Louis Cardinals. Pirates on Sirius 208, XM 175, and Internet 861. Cardinals on Internet 865. 1:10 p.m., New York Mets taking the Miami Marlins. Mets on Sirius 209, XM 176, and Internet 858. Marlins on Internet 855. 2:20 p.m., Chicago Cubs face the Texas Rangers. Cubs on Sirius 210, XM 177, and Internet 845. Rangers on Internet 867. Spanish feed on Internet 870. 3:35 p.m., the A's face the San Diego Padres, with the A's on Sirius 211, XM 178, and Internet 841. Padres on Internet 862. 3:40 p.m., Arizona Diamondbacks taking the Baltimore Orioles. Diamondbacks on Sirius 106, XM 179, and Internet 840. Orioles on Internet 843. 3:45 p.m., San Francisco Giants taking the Cincinnati Reds. Giants on Sirius 119, XM 180, and Internet 863. Reds on Internet 847. 4:05 p.m., Washington Nationals taking the LA Dodgers. Nationals on Sirius 137, XM 181, and Internet 869. Dodgers on Internet 854. Spanish feed on Internet 871. 4:10 p.m., Seattle Mariners taking the Houston Astros. Mariners on Sirius 138, XM 182, and Internet 864. Astros on Internet 851. 6:10 p.m., Cleveland Guardians face the Chicago White Sox. Guardians on Sirius 139, XM 183, and Internet 848. White Sox on Internet 846. 6:40 p.m., Detroit Tigers face the New York Yankees. Tigers on Sirius 161, XM 184, and Internet 850. Yankees on Internet 859. 6:45 p.m., Boston Red Sox face the Toronto Blue Jays. Red Sox on Sirius 162, XM 185, and Internet 844. Blue Jays on Internet 868. 7:05 p.m., Tampa Bay Rays take on the LA Angels. Rays on Sirius 208, XM 175, and Internet 866. Angels on Internet 853. 7:15 p.m., Atlanta Braves take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Braves on Sirius and XM channels 89, Internet 842. Phillies on Internet 860. 7:40 p.m., Kansas City Royals taking the
of the big guns for the Toronto Raptors. Emmanuel Quickly, guard out of Kentucky, traded over from New York as well. And Scotty Barnes, a former top 5 pick out of Florida State. He is averaging 18.9 points per game this season. Barrett, Mogbo, Robinson, Barnes, and Quickly the starting 5 for the Toronto Raptors. They enter tonight's game with a record of 29-50, fairly locked in the standings right now. There is a little bit of wiggle room in certain sectors of the NBA.
Dealers get performance and get in the game with the Civic Hybrid, available now at your Ontario Honda dealers.
Well, I think if you're the Raptors, continue to try and build winning habits, Eric, and that is a key, which means you play with purpose. You try to look after the ball, not be sloppy. And let's face it, with your opponent at 19-60, it's more about you than it is them, and building those habits. As I've said before, one of the keys, looking for chemistry. Scotty Barnes continuing to work on his, quote, leadership skills, unquote. I know it's third last game of the year. The opponent's 19-60. You're not going anywhere, but you're on the floor. Be competitive and try to build habits that will lead towards winning, because you can't just turn it on and turn it off.
The keys to victory brought to you by the Ontario Honda dealers, as we're going to send it to Mark Strong at center court in mere moments and get the starting five for the Raptors in the final home game of the regular season. Still a couple of bodies sidelined for the Raptors, but others that want to be out there for this last tilt on their home floor. Again, let's give it over to Mark Strong.
We the North, born and bred, bringing the saga to the 6. It's time for number 9, R.J. Barrett. From Maryland, the Wildcat moving 0 to 100 swiftly. You know who? IQ, Emmanuel. Quickly. At power forward, the rookie on the front line, bringing you the rookie mojo. Make some noise for Jonathan Momo. Hold it down at center from Sin City, the Big O. Let's hear it for Orlando Robinson. And at 6'8" from Florida State, make some noise for your boy, Scotty Barnes. Head coach of the Toronto Raptors is Darko Rajakovic.
There you go, starting five for the Toronto Raptors. Again, coming in at 29-50 as the Raptors get set to host the Hornets. Charlotte coming in with their City Edition jerseys. What are we calling that? Like mint green? That's not even teal, is it? That's kind of a mint green.
Yeah.
With the black and gold pinstripes, the black and gold lettering, the Raptors in their City Edition jerseys as well. The throwbacks that they brought in this year, featuring the Raptor logo, the Raptor dinosaur wearing the 15 Vince Carter jersey. And of course, we go way back to the beginning of November. I swear, this season flew by, Jonesy. Does it really feel like almost 6 months ago that we watched the jersey go up into the rafters for Vince Carter?
Yeah, it's crazy. Time lapse is something else, but it just seems like the off season is way longer than the season. And we haven't had the pleasure of, maybe we got spoiled. Well, not maybe, we did get spoiled. The long playoff runs for 6-7 years and the anticipation. So it does go by quickly.
And we got the conga line going on in front of us with Garrett Temple leading the charge as the second unit will head back to the bench right now. And the Raptors in all black with the Hornets in that mint green. Toronto taking to the floor with Mobo, Robinson, Barrett, Barnes, and Quickly. Arguably 3/5 of the starting five that we project to see next year, but who knows what happens in the offseason with role players, depth players, second unit dudes, let alone starters. We shall see. Could be a very busy offseason for the Raptors as Charlotte wins the opening tip, and they will start with the ball moving left to right. Simpson hands it off to Nurkic. Hornets working it around the perimeter. Over on the far side, it's Jeffries. Jeffries lobs it down low to Nurkic. Down on the left block far side, he's guarded by Robinson. Nurkic now trying to lean in, pounding his way down low. Turns, fires, soft little hook, no good. Mobo cleans up the rebound. First touch for the Raptors. Scotty Barnes out on the far wing. Gets into the heart of the lane. sucks in 3 defenders, kicks it out to an open Mobo who missed the 3 ball, and the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Hesitated. He caught it. He was ready to shoot. He thought about it, then reloaded. Those rarely go down.
Jeffries to Nurkic, hands it off to Simpson. Simpson gets into the lane, stops on a dime, turns, gives it back to Nurkic on the right block. Went left, and as he tried to come back right, he had the ball taken away by Quickly, but the loose ball was picked up by the Hornets, and they keep it on this possession with 4 on the shot clock, running to the rim near side, missing off glass, but bumped from behind with Simpson, and the foul will be called against Quickly.
Well, they got Quickly. I thought it might have been Orlando Robinson, but give Nurkic credit. He almost lost the ball on a dig and then got down to the floor to get after it, and then the kick out, the swing, and Quickly had a long way to come and not a great closeout, and that, well, put the Raptors in the blender on rotation, and hence the foul.
At the free throw line, the first one went down, the second one spun off the rim for Simpson, so he's 1 of 2 at the stripe, and that has opened the scoring. 1-0 Charlotte, just over a minute into the ball game. Quickly over to Barnes on the far side, driving into the paint, stops at the near elbow, goes in the post now to Mobo, who spun to the baseline, then passed off to Robinson, who was hit, no call, and then he missed the turnaround floater. Tough break there for Orlando Robinson. Smith goes cross court to Nurkic, trying to get down to the post and leaning in on Robinson. Nice up fake, and he goes up and under, dips the shoulder, and calmly floats one in.
Well, and that's why I think Nurkic could be an effective piece in this league. Things didn't work. Phoenix looking to make the trade when they made the trade for him, but he's got those big man skills too.
Raptors answer back and tie the game on a triple. Far wing R.J. Barrett, and just over a minute 45 into the ball game, we're tied 3-3. Nurkic to Salon. Going to turn and fire on a triple pretty much straight away. Missed a deep one, and the Raptors snag the rebound. Come back the other way on the far side. It's Quickly. Quickly comes around a Robinson screen. He's going to step into a north side 3. Too strong back rim, but the rebound comes to Barnes. Over to Robinson. Tips it to Barrett for 3. Same spot, but a different result as he missed that 3 ball, and the Hornets snag the rebound. Across center comes Charlotte. Jeffries. Cross court over to Salon. Guarded by Mobile. Now up top to Smith. Swing it over near side here to Nurkic. Back cross court over to Jeffries. Back cross court left to right to Nurkic, who gave it to Jeffries, elevating for the 3 ball. Missed it, and quickly grabs the rebound and fires ahead to Barrett. Barrett to the trailer Barnes. Thought about the 3, instead turns, gives it to Barrett. 3 ball is clean for R.J. Barrett. Unselfishness from Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Scotty passed up a shot. R.J. not afraid, though. Get the feet set. Becoming a much improved catch and shoot player.
Cut off on the baseline near side. Simpson goes back out on the perimeter to Nurkic. Nurkic, double team briefly, goes back out on the perimeter to Jeffries, who gets into the lane, floats one up. That was Simpson, missed it. Off the rim it rolls and into the hands of the Raptors. Here they come across center. Barrett drops it to Quickly. To Barnes straight away. This time he's going to take it himself. No good off the side of the rim down low. Orlando Robinson trying to fight to it. Couldn't, and it's off his fingertips out of bounds. It'll be Charlotte ball.
I don't mind that shot by Scotty, stepping into it and getting a good look. It was the same one that he passed up to have RJ get a good look.
Here's Simpson on the near side, guarded by Quickly, driving toward the baseline. Still on the dribble, goes around the rim along the baseline out to Nurkic on the perimeter. Nurkic trying to go to work now on Robinson again, and Orlando Robinson going to get called for a little touch foul, a little excuse me foul, 20 feet from the hoop. Come on.
It's interesting because Nurkic is, like I said, a guy who can stretch and play on the outside. He is just going right into the post against Orlando Robinson every time right now, just figuring you can't stop me down there.
8:20 to go, opening quarter. They inbound out towards center court to Nurkic, who hands off to Simpson. Simpson into the lane, leans in on Quickly, got to the tin and laid it in. Pretty strong drive there.
Yeah.
Charlotte wanted a call, didn't get it. Raptors still leading 6-5. Quickly far side, hands off to Barrett toward the sideline. Goes above the free throw line to Robinson, to a cutting Barrett who missed the layup. Nice execution. Unfortunately, the finish not there. Raptors still with a 1-point lead as the Hornets come back the other way. Nurkic straight away above the arc. holding onto the ball on a switch picked up by Barrett. He spins into the lane, tried to high step through traffic, and somehow got to the tin and floated one in.
Well, that's good footwork by Nurkic, the deceleration step.
Raptors now trail by 1. They're going to try and answer back right here. Robinson missing a 3-ball straight away. Nurkic with the rebound. 7:27 to go here in the opening quarter, and a backcourt violation called against Charlotte. Wow. I thought they got over, to be honest with you. Guess not.
Or did they pass it back? What did they call? Like an 8-second not getting over?
It's just listed as a turnover, but I thought it was a backcourt violation, Jonesy.
I had
You could be right.
I had Darko standing right in front of me, and all of a sudden I heard the whistle. So
Raptors now with a chance again to respond and regain the lead. Scotty Barnes, far side jumper is good toward the baseline. He knocks down a 15-footer, and the Raptors lead 8-7. 7:05 to go here as the Raptors pick up pressure in the backcourt. We might see another violation here. Nope, they just got it over.
yeah, just double checking, Eric. It was. You're right, a backcourt violation in terms of an over and back, not an 8-second call. So the last one I'm talking about. It's good. I like to see those called. I like to see the integrity of the game maintained. And I'm looking at so many bad memes on the internet right now about guys walking and carrying the ball and stuff.
I sent you one earlier today, didn't I, with LeBron James here in Toronto a couple of years ago when it looked like he, no joke, folks, took 6 steps and it wasn't called?
I counted 8. Like
Okay.
he walked into it. He was just on the writing that said Scotiabank Arena in a full run. It looked like
Quickly missed the 3, cleaned up by Mobo, who had it roll off the rim as he tried to put it back in the tin.
it looked like when you throw that swing pass to the back in the flat and he's got his feet moving.
And back the other way, the Hornets convert on a bucket again as Jeffries got to the tin, laid it in. I could hear like the Fred Flintstone sound effects in the background, the way LeBron was going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte now leading Toronto by 1. It's 9-8 Hornets as we approach the midway point of the opening quarter. Both offenses struggling a little bit right now. We'll see if things pick up when we continue on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
From the underworld of Guy Ritchie comes the Paramount Plus original new series, Mobland. Power is up for grabs as 2 London crime families clash in a war that threatens to topple empires and ruin lives. Join Sportsnet 590 The Fan April 14th to experience Mobland on the big screen. Enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets at seekyoursounds.com/contests. Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, and Helen Mirren star in the original new series, Mobland. Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Jones, they got the Lion King cam on right now. Do you think we could hoist up JR and present him like, you know, the young cub or something? No?
The young cub? The young cub?
Yeah. I mean, he's younger than us, so he's still a cub.
That's true. That's true.
And it might take 2 of us to hoist him up because neither one of us is strong
he's
enough.
in shape.
No, he's in shape. We're not strong enough.
Oh, no, that definitely.
All right.
I mean, it's the day and age of technology. We just get one of those hoists.
That's
like
true.
One of those
that is true.
moving scaffolds. And get JR in the the Titanic pose, right?
I'll let Andrew Holland handle that one with JR. Out of the timeout, Raptors working around and get an open triple. And that one no good for Jamison Battle, who just checked in. And the Hornets come back the other way with their 1-point lead again. It's 9-8 Charlotte. Triple goes down, and Charlotte opens up their biggest lead of the game on that one from Nick Smith Jr. It's 12-8 Charlotte with 5:50 to go. Toronto not able to respond again on the other end as A.J. Lawson was cut off right at the 10. His layup going off the side of the rim. Here come the Hornets back the other way with their 4-point lead. Smith to Nurkic, back to Smith. Out on the far wing, thought about the 3. Instead, he gave it up to Salon. Salon on the far sideline. Back out towards center to Smith. Smith trying to direct some traffic. And we've got another touch foul way away from the ball going against A.J. Lawson.
Charlotte's got some size out on the floor. And not just like height. I mean, they got some thick bodies.
So Mobile and Robinson on the floor right now with Lawson, Roden, and Battle. Nurkic, Smith, Sims, Moore, and Baugh for the Hornets, as Charlotte just made a couple of changes. Nurkic just missed right at the 10. Raptors snag the rebound, come back the other way. Far corner, Jamison Battle, contested 3, doesn't matter as he knocks it down dead-eye to cut the Raptors within 1.
That's a tough look. As you said, contested. Mobile doing a nice job of pushing the ball.
Baugh cut off down on the right block, goes back up top towards center court actually to Smith. Smith down a switch picked up by Battle, goes over to Baugh, far wing. Hoists the triple, no good. Long rebound tracked down and controlled by Sims. So it's still with the Hornets. Into the lane, turning, passing to the cutter. Baugh, who missed, but he was bumped, and they're going to give him free throws. Nice find there from Nick Smith Jr. to the cutter, Baugh.
It was a nice find offensively, but I'm going to pick on the defense. You never let a guy cut from the weak side in front of you, across your face, across your chest, to get to the ball. I mean, you got to, yes, you're in a help position because he's on the other side of the floor, but as soon as he starts to inch toward the midline of the floor, your defense becomes, or should become, progressively tighter. And once he gets to that midline and he's on the same side as the ball, then it's a deny. And the Raptors fell asleep there.
Swider's now going to come into the game for the Raptors. As Charlotte leads 13-11, Baugh with the first free throw going down, second one clean as well. It's 14-11 with 4:37 to go here in the opening quarter. Veteran Taj Gibson going to check in at the next whistle.
Approaching a milestone, nice move by Roden.
Who went to the 10 and laid it in with the left hand, scooped it up and in.
I just continue to be impressed. You talk about, Eric, how quickly the year's gone and how we saw Jared Roden in training camp in Montreal. I like that he's resurfaced, and I think he's a useful player.
I'll tell you what, Jonesy, we can talk about this as we continue here with Nurkic down on the right block. Man, turns, splits 2 defenders, and as he's falling and leaning, he floats one in. I think you're going to have a decision to make, and this is a positive problem, I guess, but how do you decide between Battle and Roden and Lawson and more? Like, that it's a good problem to have, but I don't know if there's enough time, let alone enough room on the roster for all of them.
Yeah, if nobody grabs them, I mean, you can always kind of hide them or keep them in the G League and work on the development, but you're right. I mean, I think Battle and showing that transferable skill across different levels in terms of his shooting. Like I say, I joke, I say he's Toronto's Sam Hauser in Boston, a guy that's a specialist like that. But
well, you had those 3 guys, though, with
by the way, Grady,
Jacoby Walter and Grady Dick and Ochai Agbaji. There's 6 dudes at the wing, the 2-3.
Yeah.
How are you going to...
I hear you.
Yeah.
Good problem to have if you're Masai and Bobby Webster.
3:54 to go, opening quarter. Raptors trailing 16-13 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot.
What's up, Raptors fans? How we doing tonight? Our Raptors take on the Charlotte Hornets. Come on, Raptors, let's finish the season strong. The season's done. There's no playoffs for our Raptors, but it doesn't matter. We're here, and I thank you for hanging out with us and cheering on We the North from wherever in the world you are hanging out with us from tonight. We got to get this basic YouTube stuff out of the way. Please help us continue to grow this Raptors community and get ready for the Playoff Pulse campaign, where we'll be live for every single NBA playoff game right here on TSI, so we can scout it out and get ready for next season when our boys get ready to do it again. And we'll be live, of course, for every single Raptors game next year as well. Please take a second, hit that like button, share this link out to your friends. Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com. We've got some awesome new merch there. We're working out all the bugs. So please help us by checking it out and getting ready to place your order when you see the product that you like. Big shout out to Level Up SEO. If you guys need some business website stuff, please reach out to Tommy and his team at Level Up SEO. These guys are amazing, and they will take your website to the next level. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Go Raptors, go. We'll see you back in the chat.
Identity one way or the other, the same Raptor from day one.
Well, I'll say this. Never mind what you see in the arena, the stuff that you don't see. The trips overseas to perform, being in NBA All-Star games, the visits to hospitals, all of those things, like just tremendous.
He's come out to my golf tournament every year for the last 5 or 6 years too.
Tremendous commitment and dedication, and that's what it's all about when you're part of a team. Being committed, being dedicated, doing your part. Injuries, knees, Achilles, or just like the players. But yet, get up, dust off, and don't ask questions. I don't want to hear how rough the water is. Bring the ship in. And
absolutely.
I got to tell you, for my money, best mascot in sports.
Best mascot in
sports.
Best
mascot
Take
in sports.
that, chicken. Gorilla. We got the Raptor, and I cannot confirm or deny. Well, I can confirm that the Raptors family is in attendance tonight, but I cannot confirm or deny if they are also red and fuzzy. I'm not sure. Never actually seen them, but I know they are in attendance. And a great honor and a deserving honor again for the Raptor. 30 years. Same Raptor. Back to the game action. Nick Smith Jr. was fouled, went to the stripe, knocked down both free throws. Largest lead of the game for the Hornets was briefly at 5, but A.J. Lawson just chopped it to 2 with a triple from the far wing. Raptors shooting 4 of 11 from distance, 6 of 17 overall. Mobile all over Taj Gibson at center court, forces the steal. Picked up by Swider, 3-ball too strong, down low, battling for it is Rodin to keep it alive. Second chance opportunity, Lawson does it again. Raptors lead by 1.
Best time to get it, a little bit of a scramble, 4 broken.
And the Hornets can't answer back on the other end. Bob missing from the far sideline. Pulled down by the Raptors. Rodin into the lane, sucks in defenders, hands to a cutting Jamison. Battle missed with a left-hand scoop off glass. Long rebound comes out far wing to Lawson, to Rodin. Rodin faked the pass left to Swider, turns right to Lawson. Lawson's got it in his hands. Goes over to Mobile at the near elbow. To Rodin, who lost the handle, turned it over, picked up by the Hornets. Here comes Sims, driving to the 10. Left-hand scoop is good as he got around Swider to the rim.
The problem was a live ball turnover. They were in the midst of offense at the other end, and that transition wasn't expected, and live ball turnovers are so devastating.
Hornets jump back on top by 1 with 2:10 to go in the opening quarter. Swider off a screen, turns, fires, knocks it down clean from straight away on a 17-footer.
I know he's a three-point shooter, but that was a nice mid-range decision by Cole Swider.
Most of the starting 5 set to check in at the next whistle. Robinson, Barrett, Quickly, and Barnes. with 1:52 to go now. Raptors leading by 1. Step back, triple. Nick Smith Jr. missing down low. Taj Gibson got inside position but couldn't squeeze. Raptors take it away. Roden down Main Street to the 10. Layup no good. Swider came flying in. The tip no good. And it's picked up by Charlotte. Floater. Smith to Gibson, and Gibson, unfortunately, I don't know if that's age or if he just couldn't execute, but he bobbled the pass and wasn't able to convert on the alley-oop. Raptors, though, can't knock down the 3 as Jamison Battle missed near side. And here come the Charlottes. The Charlotte Hornets, that is. 21-20. The Raptors leading by 1. Toronto shooting only 33%, Jonesy.
Yeah, it's an issue.
That said, Charlotte at only 41%.
Well, and that's what's keeping it close right now.
Far corner, a wide open look, and that one goes down for Wendell Moore Jr.
Collapsing of the defense. So important to keep your man in front of you and avoid forcing help to come to the ball.
Hornets by 2, not for long. Great pass. Mobo to a cutting Battle, wide open underneath for a 2-hand cram.
Mobo is such a solid facilitator, to the point where I think he needs to be more aggressive looking for his offense.
23 apiece. Raptors and Hornets with 38 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Far side. Hornets tried for the cross-court pass and ended up all the way back towards us. We don't get a lot of souvenirs back here, Jonesy, but that one was real close to coming into our laps.
People in the expensive seats had their hands down. Gotta be ready to catch and shoot.
It might not come your way, so when it does, you better be ready. Tied at 23, 32.4 seconds to go. Moore's going to inbound for the Hornets, just in front of us to our right. We got it to Nick Smith, who turned, fired, missed the shot. Cole Swider with the rebound, and the Raptors will bring it across center with about a 3.5-second differential. Actually, a little less than that, maybe 2.5. Shot clock, game clock. Quickly out towards center court, looks up at the clock. He's standing on that Raptor logo. Toronto hoping to grab the lead before the end of the frame. Quickly, on the far side, driving into the paint. Whips it over his shoulder, back onto the perimeter to R.J. Barrett. Missed the 3-ball. Picked up by Robinson. Turns, fires, and floats in a one-hander. 3.6 seconds to play. Hornets get it in. At center court, good if it goes. Moore missing, and the Raptors will head to the second frame with a 2-point lead.
Pretty good start for the Raptors. Pretty good quarter. I mean, only ahead by 2, but not really shooting the ball well. They can rectify that, make some of these shots, knock some of these looks down. I mean, you think about it, they've had 8 more looks at the basket and have hoisted 8 more threes. So they start knocking some shots down, they could be doing some damage.
25-23, Raptors by 2. Second quarter action comes next on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Get spring ready with CarQuest Auto Parts. Save now on premium brand name products. Castrol Magnatech Synthetic Oil 5-liter jugs, $31.97. Die Hard Lawn and Garden Battery Gold, $59.97. Rain-X Summer Breeze Washer Fluid 3.78-liter jug, only $3.97. And Trico Flex Wiper Blades, all sizes, $9.97. Hit the road with CarQuest for your auto parts needs. Visit a CarQuest Auto Parts store or carquest.ca for more information and full flyer details at participating locations.
Life's noisy enough. Everything demands your attention. So here's something rare. Silence. It's underappreciated. Kind of like windows from Magic. You simply unlock the handle and push them open all the way. No cranks, no problems. While others add to the noise, Magic cuts right through it. Find out more at magicwindow.ca.
During the Hyundai Race to the Cup sales event, everything feels like a game-winning goal! Like having 3 powertrain options for the Tucson, including the Tucson Hybrid and Tucson Plug-in Hybrid. 3.99% financing. And how more than 9 out of 10 Tucsons sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. Now that's a hat trick. Conditions apply. Visit HyundaiCanada.com or your local dealer for details.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 25-23, Toronto leading Charlotte as we get set to begin the second frame. The Hornets had a 5-point lead in the opening quarter. The Raptors had the lead as high as 3. Again, it's 2 as we start this second quarter. Quickly, we'll bring it across center for the Raptors. Scoreless in the game thus far in 6 minutes of action, looking for his first assist as well. Gets it up to Barnes. Barnes toward the baseline near side, trying to work against the veteran Taj Gibson. Turns, fires on the jumper, missing, and the rebound goes to the Hornets. Charlotte across center, looking to pull even on their first touch of the second quarter. Jeffries in front of us on the near wing, hands off on the perimeter to Simpson. Simpson trying to shake free from R.J. Barrett. Now on a switch picked up by Robinson, turns, fires into a triple, no good. R.J. Barrett crashing to the tin for the rebound. His first of the game as he brings it across center. Barrett leads the Raptors with 6 points right now. He's at the far elbow. Now he brings it into the paint, turns, fires with that lefty release, no good off the side of the rim. Charlotte with the rebound. Across center toward the near side, it's Jeffries, hands off to Sims. Sims over to Gibson, far side, who hands it to Simpson, turns, fires into a 3-ball, missed badly, and the Raptors with the rebound.
Almost blew it.
Swider, near side, in the paint, goes up top to Robinson to Barnes. Scotty on a switch. He's picked up by Salon, turns, fires straight away with the jumper, no good from 20 feet. Rebound goes to the Hornets.
Scotty's having an issue with the jump shot right now. I'd like to see him get to the basket.
Wonder how much of that is the finger and the issues he's been dealing with.
Might be.
He's out there, so you figure if you're out there, you got to go. And trying to go backdoor with the pass, and then with a soft flush where the Hornets, Sims looking for Gibson, but Taj couldn't squeeze it, and the Hornets commit the turnover as it goes out of bounds onto the baseline. The Raptor running by us like a locomotive behind, Jonesy, as the Raptors come up empty out in the offensive end, but they snag the rebound, turn it out onto the perimeter to R.J. Barrett, who buries the 3 and puts Toronto up by 5, their largest lead.
What I say, when's the best time to get that 3 off the scramble?
Yep.
And the offensive rebound.
Driving, baseline, far side, no good. Simpson with the floater. Raptors take it away, down the floor they come. Barrett turns into the corner, gives it up to Swider, 3-ball, no good. And Robinson can't get to it for Toronto down low. It's taken away by Salon. Passes over to Jeffries, who brings it across center for the Hornets. Back to Salon, near side. Turns, fires, triple, good, long looper, and it's good to go.
He showed me something the last time they were in. Long, athletic, young, and a whole bunch of potential.
The 18 checked that 19-year-old rookie out of France, but the Raptors come back the other way and answer with a deuce as Barrett got to the tin, puts it in, and the Raptors lead by 4. 30-26 is the score with 9:15 to go in the second as Charlotte just turned it over again. That's their 4th of the game. Raptors trying to take advantage straight away with a triple. That one no good for Quickly. Offensive rebound. Barrett 3-ball, no good. Taj Gibson with the rebound for the Hornets. More changes coming at the next whistle with Lawson, Mobo, and Battle ready to go. Darko's throwing them over the boards a lot tonight.
Why not? Last one here. You're still looking for combinations. This is better than any practice.
And driving to the tin, but having the ball knocked away was Sims. It goes off Toronto, though, out of bounds, so it'll stay with Charlotte with 5 on the shot clock as Wendell Moore is going to come back in, as will Yusuf Nurkic. We'll clean up the lineups on both sides in a couple of moments. With 8:46 to go in this first half, Amit Mann's coming up with our halftime show. Raptors lead by 4. Far corner, free for a 3 was Wendell Moore, but a great job by Mobo to get out and contest, and Moore hit the side of the backboard. Toronto down the floor off the rebound, looking for more points with this 4-point lead. A 2 or a 3 would be their largest lead of the game. Swider to a cutting Lawson. That one in a lot of traffic, knocked away by the Hornets. Turnover Toronto. Moore down the other end of the floor, gets into the lane, then passes off. Missing the shot was Sims. Cleaned up down low, though, by Jeffries, who taps it back in and cuts the Raptor lead to 2.
Got to be one and done. Can't give up offensive rebounds.
Robinson kicks it out to Mobo, far sideline. Missed the 3-ball, rebound to the Hornets.
Well, another one again where Mobo was ready to shoot, ready for the catch and shoot, and hesitated.
And they go down quickly to Nurkic. He had the big-time mismatch down low against Lawson. Floats it in to tie the game at 30.
Cross match thanks to Charlotte pushing the ball up the floor.
Mobo to Robinson, had the ball knocked away. Loose ball dribbles out towards center. Robinson dives for it to secure it, but the ball again taken away by Charlotte as they knock it out of his hands. Getting in there to free it was Simpson. Now Charlotte looking for the lead on a Moore 3-ball. It's air from the near wing right in front of us, and he's hearing it from the Toronto crowd right now.
I would too. I would let him have it too. I mean, it's a tie game. Like, get a good shot to take the lead. I don't get it.
7:25 to go opening half. Robinson inside the arc straight away, goes out on the far wing to Mobo. Mobo now turns into the paint. Went left, turns right. I'll tell you what, that was one of those no, good. Because he turned, fired all in one motion over the outstretched arm of Nurkic and somehow kissed it off glass.
Well, he didn't hesitate.
No, you're right. You're right.
I think he's a pretty good finisher close to the basket, like 12 feet in. When he's thinking about it and he's aggressive, I like what he can do.
That was his first bucket of the game as the Raptors regain the advantage by 2, 32-30. Charlotte coming up empty on a Sims 10-footer, but it's tracked down on the offensive rebound by Nurkic. He's got 4 rebounds, 8 points, looking for 10 right here as he tried to drive on Robinson, who cut him off on the baseline, forced him into a tough shot, and the Raptors secure the rebound on the baseline. They'll bring it the other way with a 2-point lead.
Nurkic just looking at Orlando Robinson with disrespect, going at him every single time.
Raptors whip it around the perimeter. Mobo, far wing, 3-ball no good. Jamison Battle came flying in to secure the rebound, but they're going to say he came over the back and called a foul on Toronto, and we've got a timeout on the floor.
All right, I'm still on the Mobo train. I know that he missed that last 3, but he caught it and shot it aggressively and with conviction. It's not like he is thinking about it. Should I take it? Should I not? That's the attitude I think he needs to adopt.
6:27 to go in the second quarter. Raptors leading 32-30 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The My Choice sales event is back at Nissan, and the choice is yours. Choose our best-selling Rogue, always ready for adventure.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! Thanks for hanging out with us tonight during the Raptors game. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a second, if you're new here, to hit that subscribe button. And if you're not new here, make sure that bell is turned on so you're notified of every single live stream that we do here on TSI, where we cover every single team in Toronto. Toronto Maple Leafs, Toronto Raptors, Toronto Blue Jays, Toronto FC, the Toronto Argos, and much more coverage coming soon. We'll see you back in the chat. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and making sure that bell is turned on. We really appreciate every single like and share on every stream. Helps grow this community.
Games.
Yeah.
I mean, you were a baseball guy. That was one of your main sports growing up, right?
Yep.
Those fractions come up all the time.
Well, I'm good with those fractions, but like 11 of 30, I would say, well, 10 of 30 would be 33. So it's got to be a little bit more. So maybe it's like 38%, something like that. Well, that's what Charlotte's shooting right now.
There you go.
Don't ask me about the Pythagorean theorem, though. Or anything else.
Fractions with
calculus.
Fractions with E. Smith in the offseason.
Yeah. Do they have like a Rosetta Stone or what's that app that you and my son are using all the time?
Duolingo.
Duolingo.
Yeah.
Do they have that for math? Actually, don't tell me because I don't want to know. I'm not going to do it. I got better things to do in my summertime. Hornets come up empty as Nurkic is actually called for a travel, the 5th turnover for the Hornets. Raptors leading by 2, looking for more right here. Lawson in the lane, bumped, and we got a foul going against Charlotte, which, by the way, is the first foul called against the Hornets in this game. Not this quarter, in this game.
Wow.
We're 3 seconds shy of the midway point of quarter number 2, and Charlotte was just called for their first foul.
Well, needless to say, the Raptors haven't had a free throw. And I'll go back to
Mobo in the lane, missed.
I'll go back to, I think, the second year of the Raptors. The first year we were still playing over at what is now the Rogers Center. First time, I think, the lowest free throw attempts ever in a game. I think Toronto was like 0 for 2.
Nurkic missed on a 3-ball. Mobo in the lane, sucks in 3 defenders, passes into the far corner to Robinson, who just missed badly. Mobo trying to battle down low, couldn't squeeze. Looked like it rolled off the hands, of the Charlotte Hornets. So the Raptors are going to get back with 10 on the shot clock. Tell you, I was looking at some pictures recently, kind of going into the Wayback Machine, and I came up with a good trivia question as Orlando Robinson dunks one down. Off the inbound pass, the Raptors take a 4-point lead. I know you will know the answer to this, but to the audience, or even to our man JR, or Andrew Holland back at Raptor Central, scoop in the lane, no good for the Hornets. That was Smith Jr. who couldn't come up with it, and the Raptors grabbed the rebound back the other way with a 4-point lead. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. What are the 4, yes, count them, 4 arenas/stadiums in which the Raptors have played regular season home games in the GTA? 4 arenas/stadiums in the GTA. And no, saying Air Canada Centre, Scotiabank Arena doesn't count as 2. That's the same building. The Toronto Raptors in franchise history have played in 4 different arenas, home games, regular season home games in the GTA. What are the 4 buildings?
Well, I don't know if one counts as the GTA, but the one that I would say that is the outlier that people never get is Copps Coliseum.
Yes.
Right?
And then what are the other 3?
Well, Maple Leaf Gardens.
Correct.
The Rogers Center/Sky Dome.
Right.
And then this building that has had 2 name iterations.
Some people will forget about those handful of games they played at Maple Leaf Gardens, but a lot of people will forget about Copps Coliseum.
Well, they played the first year on December 26th at Copps Coliseum.
I was there with my brother against the Milwaukee Bucks, if I'm not mistaken.
The late Oliver Miller, always the comedian, said, "It's Boxing Day. I thought I was going to see Mike Tyson fight."
35-30, Raptors lead by 5. No. I said in the GTA, Andrew Holland. Don't try and get me on a technicality.
What?
Yes, they played home games in Tampa. I said the 4 buildings in the GTA. I knew. See, there's always one smart
Always
out.
one smart
There's always one. There's always one. But yes, Andrew Holland back at Raptor Central. They did play home games in Tampa for a whole year, but not in
that
the
doesn't
GTA.
count. That doesn't count.
I'm trying to wipe that from my memory.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll tell you what.
The only thing that's good about that was we got Scotty.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of Tampa, maybe we can get an update on the Leafs. Aren't they playing the Lightning tonight in a marginally important game? Out on the far wing, quickly has it. Raptors leading 35-32. He got to the baseline, turned, fired, and knocked down the jumper. His first field goal of the game. Raptors lead by 5. Nick Smith Jr. straight away. On a switch, picked up there by Scotty Barnes. Tried to come back on the near side around the screen. Gave it to Nurkic, went right, spins left, goes off glass, kisses it in, and he is going at Big O every time.
Did you see the Luka ejection last night?
I did.
Yeah. JR, you saw it too? JR, give me a
Free
ring.
ball for Scotty Barnes.
And what I'm tired of is every player thinking that he was fouled on every play. Like Nurkic just made a great move and throws his hands up like, where's the foul? No, Nurk, this is not YMCA ball. You're going to get bumped a little bit.
Plus, on top of that, no offense, I know he's in the NBA. He's one of 450.
You're Yusuf Nurkic.
You're Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah.
And you're on the 19-60 Hornets.
Yeah.
Take your bucket and go the other way.
Yeah, I got you. I totally got you.
40-34. Raptors leading the Hornets as Smith Jr. gets it in to Simpson. KJ Simpson. Over to Salon. Back up top to Smith. Smith behind the back pass to Nurkic. Nurkic on the perimeter, hands back to Smith. Steps behind Nurkic, turns and fires into an north side three clean, and it chops the Raptor lead in half.
Nice guard around. Dribble handoff move. Those are the very common actions we see these days.
Scotty Barnes answers back with a three ball. His second of the game. Raptors again on top by 6. 3:05 to go in the first half. Nick Smith Jr. up top to Simpson, and we're going the other way on a foul called against Yusuf Nurkic. Tried to set the screen, but then he kind of gave a little bit of a shove in the back. Speaking of Luka, Jonesy,
he's back in Dallas tonight.
Back in Dallas, and I saw some quick reviews of apparently the tribute video that was shown in Dallas brought Luka to tears.
Really?
6-point lead for the Raptors. Scotty looking to make it maybe 8 or 9 right here. He's on the far wing, goes cross court, passes off to quickly for 3, and he rips the cords to put Toronto up 9. Raptors tonight, 38% from the floor, including 33% from distance. They've already hoisted 27 triples in the first half.
Going out, emptying it out. Shoot them all, huh?
I guess so. 27 three-point attempts in the first half. Another one. Make it 28. Boom! Emmanuel quickly from deep. A 28-footer. Timeout. Charlotte with the Raptors leading by 12.
Doing a great job. They've picked it up. I said, Eric, once they start making some shots in the second quarter, they're a better shooting team that they've showed. Once they start making some shots, the complexion of the game will change, and it has.
2:23 to go in the first half. Raptors on top, 49-37 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Lone Star's new 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. You get chips and salsa, our new double-stacked Big Smash burger with fries and unlimited pop. Lone Star's new Big Smash, 2 handmade patties double-stacked with cheese, shredded lettuce, pickles, and secret sauce.
Hold up. Did you say chips, salsa, the Big Smash burger and fries, and unlimited pop for $13.99? Whoo, someone is getting fired over this.
New 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. Available Monday to Friday till 4 p.m. Only at Lone Star.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 49-37. The Raptors leading the Hornets. And during the commercial break and during the timeout, public address announcer Herbie Kuhn being honored by the Raptors and Scotiabank Arena. And most of the Raptor bench, including head coach Darko Rajakovic, coming over to congratulate Herbie Kuhn. Now, how about Darko right now coming over to slap 5 and share a hug with Herbie? Fantastic show of support from the team, from the organization, as Herbie turns and waves to the crowd. Again, an original from day one, Herbie Kuhn. And Jonesy, we mentioned on our last broadcast that you and Leo Routens and Doug Smith from the Toronto Star, Johnny Russin, who works on the TV broadcast, one of a very select handful of people that have been covering the Raptors since day one.
Yeah, it's been quite a ride, quite a run. We had a little celebration before the game, and fortunate to be addressed by some of the higher-ups in MLSE, and Masai came, graced us with his presence, and said, and we're going to win again. I'm like, what a ride that was we had in 2019, Eric, and I'll sign up for another one of those any day.
I'll take that anytime. Haven't been here from the beginning, but damn close to it. And I'll tell you, nothing tops 2019, and I would love to see it again. Quickly to Barrett, after Charlotte just got a bucket on a Wendell Moore layup moments ago to cut it to 10. 49-39. Turning, firing, fading on the baseline near side. Scotty Barnes missed. He's 3 for 7 in the ball game, 8 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Salon back the other way with a high looping scooper, no good. And the Raptors pick it up. Mobo at center, whips it. Behind the defense was Roden, who dunks it down, and Toronto again goes up 12. Raptors in the midst of an 11-2 run, leading 51-39 with 1:10 to go. Salon in the lane, just threw an elbow right into the eye, maybe the nose of Quickly. Quickly's feeling right now. I think it was the right eye. The officials missed it, and the bucket was good for Taj Gibson. Scoop shot no good for Barrett. He got hit in the face as well. Mobo with the tip no good. Here come the Hornets. They're trying to get it to single digits with under a minute to play. Salon to the 10, two-hand flush. It's an 8-point lead for the Raptors. Back-to-back buckets for Charlotte. 51-43. Quickly. Towards center court, milking the clock down a little bit. Raptors will likely get the ball back, depending on how quickly they can go right here, no pun intended. Barnes floats it up to Mobo. That thing was telegraphed, and Charlotte fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, they did a really nice job, Toronto. The misdirection.
22 seconds to go here in the first half. Raptors will get the ball back, about a 7-second differential for the Hornets. Shot clock, game clock. Charlotte trailing by 10. Trying to direct traffic out near center court is Nick Smith Jr. Now he crosses up Barrett, turns, fires a jumper. It's good right in the heart of the lane. He gets the jump shot to go from 14 feet. Raptors back the other way with 5 seconds to go. Baseline far side, into the lane. Mobo caught the pass from Quickly, bobbled it. The heave at the buzzer will not count. Wasn't good anyway. And the Raptors will head into the half, Jonesy, with an 8-point lead.
Better half, better quarter for the Raptors. Shooting percentage has only come up marginally. I thought they played harder. I thought they did a better job of looking after the ball. Let's see if they can carry some of that momentum and stretch the lead out in the second half.
53-45, Raptors leading by 8 at the break. When we come back, Amit Mann will have the halftime show. And then Jonesy and I return for second half action. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Craving something fresh, fast, and full of flavor? At Barburrito, you can create millions of delicious combinations to match your mood. Build your perfect burrito, bowl, quesadilla, or taco, bursting with bold flavors and fresh ingredients. Whether you love it spicy, packed with veggies, or loaded with all the classics, there's a flavor for everyone. Barburrito is proudly Canadian, serving communities coast to coast, right in your neighborhood. Order today in store or on the Barburrito Canada app.
Barburrito, food for every mood. Great play. Let's go down to Jim on the field.
Unbelievable game, Rob. You had a rough start this year. What changed? Yeah, getting more sleep, not snoring all night. What a huge difference it can make.
Problem snoring? Suffer from sleep apnea? Invest in yourself. Call Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. She'll use her laser to help treat your snoring and oral appliance like a sports mouth guard for your sleep apnea. Your partner will thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Book an appointment with Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. Call 647-243-2006.
The My Choice sales event is back at Nissan and the choice is yours. Choose our best-selling Rogue, always ready for adventure, or the rugged Pathfinder, a towing powerhouse, or the all-new boldly redesigned Kicks. And now during My Choice, you can choose up to $1,500 in Nissan bonus or accessory credit, or choose 3-year prepaid maintenance. Hurry into your local Nissan dealer today. $1,500 applies to Pathfinder and select Rogue models when leasing or financing through NCF. Conditions apply. See Nissan.ca for details.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Down the far wing goes cross-court, passes off to quickly for three, and he rips the cords to put Toronto up 9. 27 three-point attempts in the first half. Another one, make it 28. Boom! Emmanuel quickly from deep, a 28-footer. Timeout. Charlotte with the Raptors leading by 12.
Yes, the threes were going for the Toronto Raptors in that second quarter. Hello, my name is Emmett Mann. Tonight's halftime is brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Get home court advantage on every drive with the new Civic Hybrid, proudly built here in Ontario. Visit your Ontario Honda dealers today. At the half, 53-45 for your Toronto Raptors over the Charlotte Hornets. That second quarter, the Raptors started putting up those threes, and baby, they started to fall, especially for Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickly. Scotty Barnes, currently, he has 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Emmanuel Quickly, 8 points, 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 5 from the field, and also 1 assist. A fan just hit a half-court shot, if that's what you're hearing right now. Everyone's going bananas. Salute to that man. Awesome time for the fans here on Fan Appreciation Night for the Toronto Raptors. Very cool, man. Everyone's going crazy in here. I love it. Also making threes was R.J. Barrett. 4 of 11 from the field, but 3 of 7 from 3. He has 11 points. The Raptors shoot 38% from the field and 34% from 3 on 10 of 29 shooting from beyond the arc. So it got better for the Raptors as time went on, just like it did for that fan when that shot went up. Look at him. Good stuff, man. Half-court shot in front of everyone. On the side of the Charlotte Hornets, you got Jusuf Nurkic, 12 points on 6 of 12 shooting, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. He was committed to shooting a lot of shots today, and he's taken a lot more shots than any other teammate. He's taken 12 shots. No other person on the Hornets has taken more than 6. But Nick Smith, the sophomore, he has 10 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. In the paint, you know, the Hornets are doing their job against the Toronto Raptors. They're having issues with Jusuf Nurkic. He's doing a lot of these like bullying post-ups that start from the three-point line, and he just keeps on going and going and going until he gets right in front of the rim, and he's hitting shots from there. So that's going well for the Hornets, and other than that, for the Raptors, you got 15-7 advantage off the bench and bench points for the Toronto Raptors, and then points in the paint also has been an issue for the Raptors in this game. As I said, just Jusuf Nurkic is just a big man, a big body, and the Raptors are having trouble containing him between Orlando Robinson and Jonathan Mobley. That will be a tall task for them in that second half. But there are solutions for them, and there are things that I want to see from the Raptors in that second half. A lot of Scotty Barnes, that's for sure. I mean, hey, it's the last home game of the Raptors season. Let's see our best players. We'll keep on going into that when we return. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
From the underworld of Guy Ritchie comes the Paramount Plus original new series, Mobland. Power is up for grabs as two London crime families clash in a war that threatens to topple empires and ruin lives. Join Sportsnet 590 The Fan April 14th to experience Mobland on the big screen. Enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets at seekyoursounds.com/contests. Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, and Helen Mirren star in the original new series, Mobland. Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
The My Choice sales event is back at Nissan and the choice is yours. Choose our best-selling Rogue, always ready for adventure, or the rugged Pathfinder, a towing powerhouse, or the all-new boldly redesigned Kicks. And now during My Choice, you can choose up to $1,500 in Nissan bonus or accessory credit, or choose 3-year prepaid maintenance. Hurry into your local Nissan dealer today. $1,500 applies to Pathfinder and select Rogue models when leasing or financing through NCF. Conditions apply. See Nissan.ca for details.
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or tuna and jam.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Tuna and jam!
Oh, boy.
Get spring ready with CarQuest Auto Parts. Save now on premium brand name products. Castrol Magnatech Synthetic Oil 5-liter jugs, $31.97. DieHard Lawn and Garden Battery Gold, $59.97. Rain-X Summer Breeze Washer Fluid 3.78-liter jug, only $3.97. And Trico Flex Wiper Blades, all sizes, $9.97. Hit the road with CarQuest for your auto parts needs. Visit a CarQuest Auto Parts store or carquest.ca for more information and full flyer details at participating locations.
Lone Star's new 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. You get chips and salsa, our new double-stacked Big Smash burger with fries and unlimited pop. Lone Star's new Big Smash, 2 handmade patties double-stacked with cheese, shredded lettuce, pickles, and secret sauce.
Hold up. Did you say chips, salsa, the Big Smash burger and fries, and unlimited pop for $13.99? Whoo, someone is getting fired over this.
New 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. Available Monday to Friday till 4 p.m. Only at Lone Star.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to tonight's halftime show. My name is Emmett Mann. The Raptors lead 53-45 against the Charlotte Hornets. Jonathan Mobo, he was very active in that first half. Now, shooting 2 of 9, not the best, of course, but he was active on the glass. He has 5 rebounds and 4 assists, 2 of 9 shooting for Jonathan, and just 4 points. But, you know, Jusuf Nurkic, he was the person guarding him in a lot of cases, and if he's going to give him that kind of space, you know, sometimes Jonathan just has to put those shots up. You know, the reluctance to take the shots between him and Orlando Robinson, if Nurkic is going to disrespect them in the way that he is by standing in the paint while they're wide open at the three-point line, this is a game where you should get the shots up. Like, I'm looking at this as an opportunity for both of them to, you know, show their ability to hit from beyond the arc and get more comfortable. You're running out of chances in this season to do that, and this is another opportunity to show that you can take those shots and you're willing to make them at a high clip, and the Raptors need that from both of them, right? More so for Mobo, because there's an obvious future with him and the Toronto Raptors going forward. Orlando Robinson is a bit more murky, but for his career, brother, put those shots up, okay? This is the time to do it. For some of the starters, it was great to see Scotty Barnes hit some threes, especially of the pull-up variety. He's a player that we know has had some issues with his hand, his right hand, his shooting hand, and seeing him put those shots up with confidence, very important. Emmanuel quickly, he was deferring a lot to some other players, and I understand. I mean, in a game like this, I get doing that, but he got a bit more busy in the latter parts of that second quarter. And I want to see his pull-up threes. I want to see him looking to get into his mid-range package, which we'll get to during the postgame. He's got to be more versatile as a scorer, and I think that mid-range and being able to put those shots up and also using his dribble to create space and find those open looks for himself, that's important for IQ. So he's got to keep on doing that. And from the bench, you know, AJ Lawson, like, he comes in, he's a bit of a firecracker when he comes in. He has 6 points in 9 minutes and 41 seconds, 2 of 3 shooting from 3. But as soon as he comes in, he's instant energy. getting out offensive rebounds, attacking the glass, being a disturber on defense, and I think they need AJ to continue doing that for himself, of course. In a similar case with Orlando Robinson, that if he wants to have a role in the NBA, going forward, it's going to be critical that he's able to hone those skills, and another opportunity to do that. Jamison Battle and Cole Swider are combining for 1 of 6 from 3. I hope that changes for the Raptors, because I want to see a show. It's the final home game of the season. Herbie Kuhn got shouted out by coaches and teammates and players, all those people, because he's celebrating 30 years with the Toronto Raptors franchise. Salute to him. Salute to you. Eric and Paul got you from here. We'll talk to you right after the game. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
They say love is complicated, but at Mucho Burrito, love is simple. Like roasting corn until it blisters with flavor. Love is dicing fresh pico de gallo every single day. And love is marinating our chicken overnight, grilling it in small batches, just like it should be. At Mucho Burrito, love isn't whispered. It's rolled, folded, or drizzled. Come to Mucho Burrito, where good food isn't just made, it's made with love. Love life. Love made in casa. Love Mucho!
This season, meet the moment invigorated with the 2025 Lincoln Nautilus at the Lincoln Spring Event. Step inside and enjoy the Lincoln digital experience, featuring a stunning 48-inch panoramic display, along with so much more. There's never been a better time to experience the Nautilus, with a $4,000 credit and a $1,500 conquest bonus on select 2025 Nautilus models. Start by booking your Nautilus Discovery Drive today at TorontoLincolnDealers.com.
As a homeowner, it's hard to keep your home running smoothly and worry-free. That's where the experts at Enercare come in, making it easier for you. We are a proudly Canadian company, helping GTA homeowners like you for over 65 years with affordable solutions for your home's unique needs. Whether you need help with heating, cooling, water heating, or water purification, an Enercare expert will be with you every step of the way. And you get peace of mind knowing that you're backed by our very best.
Enercare, experts at home.
During the Hyundai Race to the Cup sales event, everything feels like a game-winning goal! Like having 3 powertrain options for the Tucson, including the Tucson Hybrid and Tucson Plug-in Hybrid. 3.99% financing. And how more than 9 out of 10 Tucsons sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. Now that's a hat trick. Conditions apply. Visit HyundaiCanada.com or your local dealer for details.
Great goal! Let's go to Dave at the bench.
Oh, what a shot, Gord. Last time we spoke, you had been really tired. Not anymore.
Yeah, snoring all night. Losing sleep ruins your game.
Problem snoring? Suffer from sleep apnea? Invest in yourself. Call Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. She'll use her laser to help treat your snoring and oral appliance like a sports mouth guard for your sleep apnea. Your partner will thank you.
Thanks, Gord.
Book your appointment with Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. Call 647-243-2006.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second half as the Raptors locked into the break with a 53-45 lead, beginning the second half with an 8-point advantage. As the Raptors again play their final regular season home game with 2 more remaining in the season overall, both of them on the road. Roden to Barnes in the near corner, to Mobo in front of his own bench, back out on the wing. He gives it up to Lawson. Barnes in the paint, stops on a dime, floats one up and in, it's good. And Barnes pushes the lead back into double figures. Hornets back the other way, trailing by 10, their first touch of this third quarter. Simpson. They work it around to Nurkic in the lane. That one no good, rolls off the rim for Yusuf Nurkic, the leading scorer for the Hornets with 12. Raptors with a triple back the other way. Scotty Barnes drops it down, and just like that, Raptors by 13 on a mini 5-0 run. Nurkic down low, leans in on Robinson, flick of the wrist, floats one up and in, cuts it to 11.
He's been tough on the inside, but I like the way the Raptors have started. good energy to start this quarter.
Barnes, another triple. That one rolls off the rim. A little heat check for Scotty here in this third quarter. He's got
okay with
13, 5, and 5.
I'm okay with that one.
Raptors up 58-47. That's an 11-point lead. Short jumper on the other end for the Hornets. No good. That one far side, about a 12-footer for Simpson. And Barnes back for Toronto. In the lane, goes at the rim, missed the shot, stays with it, trying to battle for the rebound, gets his own miss, but turns and fires it into the hands of Simpson. Down the floor, little beer league swat from behind, taken away by Mobo, who quickly fires to Barnes. Barnes now trying to go at Nurkic. Turns, gives it to Roden, to the trailer Robinson. In the far corner to Scotty. Scotty with Nurkic out on the perimeter, trying to shake the big man, goes into the paint, attacks, turns, fires, floats it in. Great job by Scotty Barnes.
I love when he plays big boy ball. I do. I just think it makes for more effectiveness away from the basket in the mid-range when he shoots threes, because there's that threat that, man, he could take me and get it done inside.
Raptors leading 60-47. Up top straight away, triple off the back rim, no good. That was Simpson, but tracked down by the Hornets. They give it up to Salon, who missed the three ball. Back-to-back triples, no good. Raptors with the rebound and a 13-point advantage. Barnes to Lawson, near side. Rim, glass, no good, into the hands of Nurkic. Toronto with a chance there to go up by 16. Couldn't capitalize. Right now, leading by 13. It's their largest advantage. Nick Smith Jr. in the paint. Stops on a dime, turned left, goes right, gives it to Nurkic. Back to Smith on the perimeter. Fires on a north side three. It's good. And Nick Smith Jr. cuts it to 10. 60-50. Just under 3 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Lawson to Robinson. They give it back to Mobo. Three ball good, far wing. And the Raptors respond to go back up by 13. Hornets with a touchdown pass to Nurkic on the other end. Nice heads-up play by the Hornets as Nurkic never got back to center.
Yeah, and the Raptors fell asleep in transition there.
Raptors leading 63-52. Mobo, Robinson, Barnes, Lawson, and Roden on the floor. Those were the starters here in the second half, as Barrett and Quickly did not start the second half. I don't believe it's anything injury-related. I think they're probably done for the night.
Yeah, very much so.
We'll confirm that with Raptors media relations, but I would hazard to guess late in the season that it's merely rest, mid-game rest for Barrett and Quickly. They both played 14 minutes in the first half. Salon with the layup. Cuts the Raptor lead to 6. Mobo to Robinson. Straightaway three ball. Rattles around, no good. And the Raptors clean up the rebound and get a putback jam for Jonathan Mobo. Raptors again up 11. 65-54 is the score. Nurkic out on the far side inside the arc. Stops his dribble against Robinson. Hands off to Salon. In the far corner now, hoists a three. It's air, and Scotty Barnes with the rebound, and he's fouled as he tries to take it away. 7:43 to go here, third quarter. Raptors leading by 11. Barnes having a solid ball game with 15 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists in only 19 minutes of action. Salon's going to check out of the ball game now for the Hornets, as Jalen Sims comes back in. Scotty Barnes inbounds to A.J. Lawson, who will bring it across center for the Raptors. Across that big logo at center. He went right, now came back left. Hands to Jonathan Mobo on the perimeter. Mobo to Roden down low, presented in the lane. Caught it, bobbled it, got it back, elevates, fouled, and Roden's going to go to the free throw line.
Roden's a hard-working kid.
So at the half, you and I both left. We had to, take a little break and go get a drink and everything else.
Time to visit the facilities.
Tangerine Bank has been doing a promotion for the last week
I
or so.
saw it.
You did see it? I missed it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the highlight now on social media. I don't have the gentleman's name, but
What
a
did he
lefty
win?
season tickets for the Raptors next year.
Wow.
I don't know where the seats are, but either way, he's got seasons. The lefty release from center court, first shot, first make. He only had one shot, and he knocked it down. And he was mobbed by the Raptors game ops crew as he again was presented with a giant ticket that's good for season seats for the entire year next year.
Very cool.
I wonder if it includes playoffs. It better.
Probably. If you own this, well, they send you the notice. You have to pay.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah,
they're your seats.
I don't know if he's going to have to pay or if he gets the freebies for the playoffs as well. If not, Jonesy will pay. Don't worry, guys.
No. What he should do is pay and see what they are in the open market for resale, right?
67-54. Hey, it's not illegal. Raptors leading by 13. Got a foul coming in against Orlando Robinson. Against Yusuf Nurkic. Those two have been battling all night. Robinson has 5.7 boards. Nurkic 16 points, 9 rebounds. And there was Robinson down low at the rim. Again, this time not on Nurkic, but on a driving Smith Jr. And they're going to call Robinson with the foul. That'll be his 4th. And Smith is going to head to the free throw line. Jonesy, some shout outs to a whole bunch of people that have taken part in our broadcast this season, from full-timers to part-timers to interns to Raptors Central to Scotiabank Arena, you name it. Shout out to J.R. Manatad and Stephen Coyle, Neil Ostin, Ryan Fabro, Dylan Brown, Daniele Franceschi, obviously Amit Mann, Nick Blackmore, Andrew Adams, Tristan Marcagiani, Austin Mackey, Christian Chinetti, Michael Collins, Tom Young, Brandon Brown, Alex Mandarino, Derek Brandeo, Andrew Holland. I feel like I might have skipped over somebody's name. I started off going in order, and then I might have missed somebody. Anthony Chachi. Cast of not quite hundreds, but certainly more than just you and I. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without the crew behind us.
It's a team effort.
And without singling out anybody, because again, it takes a lot of people, but at the head of the wrecking crew is again our guy, J.R. Manatad, sitting to my right now.
It's been a consistent effort by our team in spite of what the Raptors' record has been, and sometimes it's kind of tough to get up when things aren't going your way.
Moma with a two-hand flush, beautiful pass from Roden to the cutter, and the Raptors lead 71-59.
But that hasn't been the case with our team. Everybody's been ready to go every night, every afternoon, whenever the games roll in late at night on the West Coast, and the beneficiaries are our listeners that get a great product from the full team here.
Back the other way in the lane, missing on a right-hand scoop. That was no good for Simpson, and the Raptors snagged the rebound. Back the other way. Barnes in the heart of the lane, turns, fires, went on 3 defenders and missed the short floater. Great footwork, but just couldn't finish. And Charlotte, as they advance across center, losing the handle on the near sideline was Jeffries, and the Hornets will give the ball right back to Toronto, their 9th turnover of the game. So again, JR, Steven, Anthony, Neil, Ryan, Dylan, Daniele, Amit, Nicholas, Andrew, Tristan, Austin, Christian, Michael, Tom, Brandon, and Alex, and Derek and Andrew. Big shout out to all of you for all your work on the Raptors broadcast this season, home and road. We'll take the break with Toronto leading 71-59 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The My Choice sales event is back at Nissan, and the choice is yours. Choose our best-selling Rogue, always ready for adventure, or the rugged Pathfinder, a towing powerhouse, or the all-new boldly redesigned Kicks. And now during My Choice, you can choose up to $1,500 in Nissan bonus or accessory credit, or choose 3-year prepaid maintenance. Hurry into your local Nissan dealer today. $1,500 applies to Pathfinder and select Rogue models when leasing or financing through NCF. Conditions apply. See Nissan.ca for details.
They say love is complicated, but at Mucho Burrito, love is simple. Like roasting corn until it blisters with flavor. Love is dicing fresh pico de gallo every single day. And Love is marinating our chicken overnight, grilling it in small batches, just like it should be. At Mucho Burrito, love isn't whispered. It's rolled, folded, or drizzled. Come to Mucho Burrito, where good food isn't just made, it's made with love. Love life. Love made in casa. Love Mucho!
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 71-59, Raptors leading with 5:56 to go in the third quarter. And we did get official word that, yes, indeed, Barrett and Quickly done for the night. They did not start the second half. No injuries, no issues. And we are getting word that Scotty Barnes, who is on the bench coming at this timeout, is likely done for the evening as well. And how about Scotty in his final home game of the season, Jonesy? In 20 minutes of action, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and a block.
I like that they trotted him out for the end, for the fans, the paying customers. I would have loved to have seen Brandon Ingram for part of it, but hey, the anticipation builds for next year.
Just checking the out-of-town scoreboard, and I looked and saw the Boston Celtics with 67 points with only 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game in Orlando. Derek White didn't play. Jaylen Brown didn't play. Jason Tatum didn't play. Kristaps Porzingis didn't play. For what it's worth, Al Horford didn't play. I'll tell you what, Jonesy. The NBA's got an issue.
They
got an issue.
I mean, listen, there's 3 games left. Boston's locked up. I can see that happening. I'm not saying I agree with it, but kind of like an NFL team resting what the Chiefs did in the last regular season game this year. I can see that because they played 78 games, 79 games all out. But this resting people in the middle of the season and this tanking business toward the end, it's got to change.
Well, I'll tell you what as well, and I've said this before, and listen, I'll say it including the Toronto Raptors. I'm not sitting here, trying to poke at 29 teams and not say Toronto. Every single team in the league, in my humble opinion, every single team in the league should be prevented, not allowed, to have tiered pricing. It should be the same price for every game, no matter the opponent, period. Because when you have teams that are charging more money for premier opponents and then the players on those premier teams don't play, whether it's game 10 or game 70, that's not right for the fans. And when you've got teams that are, even after struggling season, raising season seat prices 10, 15, 20% for teams that might be 10, 15, 20 games below 500, and then charging tiered pricing and dynamic pricing, whatever you want to call it, for better opponents, it shouldn't be allowed, because then that way you're pooched no matter who the opponent, no matter who the team, you're pooched the same price no matter what. If I paid top dollar in Orlando right now to see a late season game against the Boston Celtics, I would be beyond upset to not even have one of them, at least with what the Raptors and many other teams have done. Hey, Quickly might be out, but Barrett's playing. Barrett might be out, but Barnes is playing. Barnes might be out, but et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. To have White and Porzingis and Brown and Tatum and Horford and that's ridiculous. But I digress. 72-59, Raptors inbound, cutting to the tin. Lawson was met by multiple defenders, had to give it up at the last second. Roden laid it in to put Toronto up by 15, largest lead of the game. (74-59). Charlotte trailing as we've got 4:20 to go in the third. Turning, firing near side on a jumper. That one no good for Wendell Moore Jr. And we got a loose ball foul coming in. I believe that's going against Battle. Yes, Jamison Battle with the foul. That'll be his third foul of the game. With 4:11 to go in the third quarter. Raptors up 74-59. Toronto shooting 40%. The exact same 40% for the Charlotte Hornets. Raptors, though, have scored 6 more field goals. Simpson driving into the paint, leans in on Mobo, was right at the rim and missed the soft floater. Picked up by Mobo on the rebound. Ahead to Roden, skipping through traffic. Fires a pass into the corner to battle for 3. It's good. Far corner, lefty triple. Raptors by 18.
Well, great shot prep by Battle. And how about Roden's drive right at the rim before passing it out? Just freezing the defense.
3:35 to go in the third quarter. Taj Gibson in the lane. Short jumper. Little hitch in his shot there. Missed it. Back rim no good. Raptors with the rebound. They're on an 8-0 run. Make it 11 right here. No, sir. Battle couldn't knock it down. Same spot as the last trip down the floor. Raptors get a steal, though, as Charlotte advances. Swider driving to the 10. Went right at Taj Gibson. Had his shot blocked. Gibson couldn't squeeze. It's off his hands, out of bounds. And the Raptors will get it back with 18 on the shot clock.
Gibson looked at Swider and said, "Where are you going, young fella? I know I'm like older than Methuselah, but don't bring that low lunchtime YMCA stuff in here." 16 years in. Taj Gibson, 39 years old, saying, "Nah, youngster."
Raptors inbound, and wow, Mobo just shot it from here to Lakeshore. That thing was up and over the rim, and a rough-looking air ball, unfortunately, for Mobo. Raptors try to get back defensively, and as Charlotte was cutting to the tin, we got a foul coming in. And that, as well, is going to go against Jamison Battle. That is his 4th, as he collided midair with Sims. And Jalen Sims is going to go to the free throw line. Sims in this ball game off the bench with just 2 points in 16 minutes. Knocks down the first free throw. The Raptors lead 77-60. .306 to go in the quarter. Hornets going to make a change here as Nick Smith Jr. comes back in. I mentioned a couple of times that, of course, this is the final home game for the Raptors. They finish on the road in Dallas on Friday and then in San Antonio on Sunday. That would have been a rough close to the season had it been for Luka still being in Dallas. Not that the Mavs are a cakewalk even with Anthony Davis. And it's certainly a rough one with Wemby, but of course Wemby's been out for a while now and not able to finish the year, and hopefully, knock on wood, he's healthy for next season. Lawson with the layup for the Raptors pushes the lead back up to 18, 79-61, 2:35 to go in the third. Nick Smith Jr. lobs one down low to Taj Gibson, who was held up by Swider. Swider got all ball, and we're going to have a jump ball between Swider and Gibson. When we come back, timeout on the floor.
Good job by the Raptors in this quarter. They've pushed the lead to 18. Eric, look at the shooting percentage. It's still not blowing the place up, but they're on the right side of the 3-ball for a change and still just shooting 40%. But I like what the offense has done. Done a good job with only 7 turnovers.
2:32 to go here in the third quarter. Raptors on top, 79-61 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
During the Hyundai Race to the Cup sales event, everything feels like a game-winning goal! Like having 3 powertrain options for the Tucson, including the Tucson Hybrid and Tucson Plug-in Hybrid. 3.99% financing. And how more than 9 out of 10 Tucsons sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. Now that's a hat trick. Conditions apply. Visit HyundaiCanada.com or your local dealer for details.
Lone Star's new 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. You get chips and salsa, our new double-stacked Big Smash burger with fries and unlimited pop. Lone Star's new Big Smash, 2 handmade patties, double-stacked with cheese, shredded lettuce, pickles, and secret sauce.
Hold up. Did you say chips, salsa, the Big Smash burger and fries, and unlimited pop for $13.99? Ooh, someone is getting fired over this.
New 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. Available Monday to Friday till 4 p.m. Only at Lone Star.
I need a pre-spring pick-me-up.
Ooh, like what?
Well, Alta Infinity has a spring offer like the new 2025 QX60 Pure. I can lease it for 36 months for $310 semi-monthly, or the all-new 2025 QX80 Sensory at $665 semi-monthly. I have to visit Alta Infinity for details, but this puts a spring in my step.
You had me a new Infinity.
Alta Infinity. Excellence in motion. 5585 Highway 7 West, east of the 427.
Part of the Zankin Auto Group.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Raptors leading the Hornets 79-61 with 2:32 to go in this third quarter, as Toronto is in search of its 30th win of the season, coming in at 29-50 overall. Raptors trailed briefly in the first half, but they've pretty much controlled things ever since.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. And like I said, once they started to make shots, things become a whole lot different.
Out of the timeout, triple no good for Ba, and back the other way come the Raptors. Ball knocked away from Toronto. No foul called. Darko wanted it, didn't get it. And then Charlotte converts on a Wendell Moore bucket from 6 feet. That cuts the Raptor lead to 79-63. Jonathan Mobo up top straight away. Hands off to Swider. Over on the far side, he was trying to give it back, but he turned it over. And the Raptors will cough it up for just the 8th time in this game.
And you know, Mobo has so many turnovers because he's so unselfish.
Right.
He's always trying to set people up, and like I said, unselfish to a fault at times. I would love to see him find the balance between helping others and time to get mine.
Yeah.
And it's a mindset. He's always probably grown up like that as a kid, not being, being the dominant guy, but not being like a ball hog and having to do it all and keeping others involved. And I just think at this level now, you got to get him to be a little more aggressive.
Well, the Hornets turned it right back over, and Toronto converted it into a Roden 3-ball far corner. They're knocking on the door of a 20-point lead. It's 82-63, Raptors by 19. Spinning in the lane, Smith passes to Ba, far corner, answers back with a 3-ball. Damian Ba with 5 points off the bench. Battle, trying to find A.J. Lawson down Main Street. He's held, and the foul will come in against Wendell Moore Jr. Raptors in the midst of a 13-4 run here, late third quarter. So A.J. Lawson's going to step to the stripe. One of 2 from the line, 9 points, 5 boards, 4 assists in 21 minutes of action. Unfortunately missed the first free throw. If I had, there's going to be a few wishes, but if I had one wish in the offseason for the Raptors looking ahead to next year, the free throw shooting needs to improve.
Well, and as a team, and there are some...
And that's what I meant, but yes, you're right. Individually,
there's some culprits that we can point at individually that are killing that are doing, I would say, half the job. Like R.J. Barrett has been... Like he's near
a career year.
Yeah, he's near the league lead in terms of drives per game, and he's getting to the free throw line. And the issue is he's only shooting 63%.
Lawson went 1 of 2 at the stripe. Sims comes back the other way, misses a triple for the Hornets. Roden tiptoeing through traffic, snuck under the arm of Yusuf Nurkic, who took the foul, and Roden's going to go to the free throw line. His numbers are all but identical to A.J. Lawson's. Rebounds, assists, and points are the same outside of 1 more point for Roden, who now steps to the stripe for 2 free throws. Roden, wearing that number 8, dips, fires, and knocks it down cleanly. Awaiting the second free throw.
Good size, Jared Roden. I love his activity at both ends.
Second free throw goes down. Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Smith & Jones. New episode coming out tomorrow. Boston and Toronto in Beantown at Fenway Park, tied in extra innings. It's in the 11th, 1-1.
Wow, pitcher's duel.
Give you the score of the Leafy game in a second as well. Raptors force a turnover, come back the other way. Battle, far corner, Swider, 3-ball bucket. Raptors lead by 22.
Great unselfish basketball. Steal by Battle. Take it to the middle of the court. Lanes filled wide on each side. That's classic basketball. And Swider with good shot prep, knocking it out.
Raptors on a 19-7 run. By the way, the Leafs leading the Lightning 3-2 with 16 minutes left in the third quarter. That one down in Florida. Nurkic in the lane. Tough catch, but a beautiful finish as he lays it in. Is that a nice night?
Yeah, I wonder what his contract situation is, because I still think that he could help a contending team.
And a buzzer-beating triple far wing, no good for Roden. Raptors will head to the fourth quarter with a 20-point lead.
Solid lead for Toronto, solid quarter. As they did a really nice job in stretching this lead out. And it's entertainment time for the fourth quarter of this last home game. Let's see what they have, being ahead by 20. How about the outfit that Brandon Ingram is sporting?
Yeah, he's got the Houston jersey on. I guarantee he lost a bet with Jamal Shed on.
Well, it says
Dookie,
number
right?
1 Shed on the back.
Yeah.
That was Jamal's number at Houston. So, yeah. RJ escaped because he had to wear a Raptor uniform today.
And Jonesy, I'm trying to figure out if it's a player option, team option, or if it's just locked in. But either way, it looks like Yusuf Nurkic has 1 year remaining at just over $19 million on his contract. Raptors leading 88-68. We'll come back with fourth quarter action on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century? That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or sushi and milk.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Sushi and milk.
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. The Blue Jays have taken a 2-1 lead in the top of the 11th in Boston. We'll keep you updated on that one as the Raptors lead by 20 with the fourth quarter starting. Nick Smith Jr. has the ball for the Hornets. Bounces the pass over on the perimeter. Wing near side, it's Nurkic. Shot clock down to 7. Nurkic flicks the little underhand pass. Back over to Smith. Elevates for the triple. That one no good. Down low, the rebound goes to Roden. Underhand pass quickly ahead to A.J. Lawson. Driving on the near side. Got through traffic. Turns around. Passes back out. Far wing to Swider. Into the paint. Now on the near side to Roden. Up fake. In the lane. Goes to the tin. And lays it up and in on an over-the-shoulder reverse layup.
Well, great job by Roden to relocate on the punch dribble by Swider.
In the lane, Smith went left, spins right, goes back out on the perimeter to Nurkic. Gives it back to Smith, who came back to get the ball. Hoisted 3, missed it, and the Raptors secure the rebound, leading by 22.
Roden got caught on the screen.
11 minutes to go in the ball game. 1 minute gone by fourth quarter. Raptors leading 90-68. How about the backdoor cut Lawson with the find from the big man, Orlando Robinson.
Orlando's done a nice job. Like, Pirtle's a good mentor for him. He's done a nice job passing the ball out of that high post area.
10:45 to go in the ball game. Raptors leading 92-68. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Smith on the wing near side trying to shake free from the big man Robinson. Brought him left, turns right, got into the paint, passes back out. Desperation three off glass for Simpson. It's good. Beat the buzzer with a desperation heave. Man. Raptors answer right back though. Roden with a triple right in the face of Simpson.
I'm trying to think of who it was. I can see him. Jeremy Lamb. Jeremy Lamb,
who
Connecticut.
Beat the buzzer, right?
Beat the
at
buzzer
the end of
right,
the game,
right in front of us here. Yeah.
I remember that about, 3-4 years ago?
About 3-4 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those over the years.
We sure have.
I can think of Jeremy Lin coming in with the Knicks and shooting over Jose Calderon as well.
Yeah.
That was another big one.
But the best one still belongs to Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And the Blue Jays, Jonesy, have beaten the Boston Red Sox 2-1 in extras, so they get swept by the Mets and then go into Boston and sweep 3 at Fenway, and the Jays continue to lead the East at 8-5. Raptors continue to lead this game 95-73, a 22-point advantage. Robinson at the far elbow gets down toward the block, high off glass. It's good. The touch from Big O.
I love the glass, left side, right-hand shot, closer to the rim. Good angle to use.
2.5 minutes gone by. Nurkic with the catch in the lane and then dips and floats one in. He's got 22 in the ball game to go along with 9 rebounds. 11 of 18 from the floor for the former Phoenix Sun, former Blazer Yusuf Nurkic. Roden to Robinson, got down near the block, had the ball swatted away by Nurkic. The two of them been going at it all night. Robinson was 7-7, adding a couple of assists as well. He does have 5 fouls. One more, he's out of here. Lawson inbounding on the baseline. Gets it to Swider near sideline. Knocks down the triple right in front of his own bench.
You know, he struggled so badly the other night, and right now he looks so comfortable.
Raptors leading 175. Salon with the fake, then drives down Main Street, got to the tin, and stepping in to draw the charge was Swider. We're going the other way.
Well, he's playing for a contract too, Swider. So nice job giving up his body. Charles Lee doesn't like the call by Trey Maddox, and we're going to have the green light special.
All right, want to make it official? Do we want to give the referees any camera/mic time? Nah, they're taking too long. We'll step aside for the break. Raptors leading by 25. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Lone Star's new 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. You get chips and salsa, our new double-stacked Big Smash burger with fries, and unlimited pop. Lone Star's new Big Smash, 2 handmade patties, double-stacked with cheese, shredded lettuce, pickles, and secret sauce.
Hold up. Did you say chips, salsa, the Big Smash burger and fries, and unlimited pop for $13.99? Ooh, someone is getting fired over this.
New 3 Amigo meals from $13.99. Available Monday to Friday till 4 p.m. Only at Lone Star.
It's time for the Lexus 5-day event at Don Valley North Lexus. From April 22nd to the 26th, Don Valley North Lexus is offering rate reductions of up to 2%, with rates as low as 0.9%. Plus, get delivery credits of up to $1,000 on select models. Lock in your rate today. See website for details. Expect excellence. A proud member of Wayne's Auto Group.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 8:55 to go in the ball game. Raptors leading 175, and the veteran Garrett Temple going to come into the ball game and get his first burn. And Jonesy, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Garrett Temple in the offseason. He has pretty much said, and I'm paraphrasing, that he would like to continue playing if there is a spot for him, whether it be in Toronto or somewhere else. But I'll remind you of the story I told you early in the year, and it hasn't really been talked a whole lot about. But Temple was initially contacted by Darko Rajakovic at the beginning of last season in the summertime to be a coach with the Raptors. And he ultimately parlayed that potential coaching opportunity into a roster spot and playing opportunity with Raptors. They then re-signed him again last summer coming into this season. And I wonder if it turns out that ultimately there isn't a job in Toronto or in the NBA, if the Raptors kind of circle back from 2 years ago and say, hey, man, we want you on the staff.
Yeah, I mean, listen, as Darko looking for him as a mentor for these young guys, but it's always more effective when you can wear a uniform and not just talk about it, but actually do it in practice and then get out there in the games and do some stuff too. So it just makes you feel like it's easier in the locker room not wearing civilian clothing all the time.
Yep.
You know? So
out of the timeout, the Raptors run a nifty play to Mobo coming along the baseline, backdoor elevated for a big dunk, and he was hit hard, landed even harder, but he popped up off the floor, thankfully, seeming no worse for the wear, steps to the stripe, and knocks down the first free throw. Raptors leading 101-75. Mobo got the start tonight. 12 points, 8 boards, 6 assists in 30 minutes of action. Give him 13 points as he knocks down the second free throw. .8:34 to go in the ball game. Nurkic with a nice catch in the lane, scoops it in. Got the bucket plus the foul. 3-point opportunity coming for Jusuf Nurkic. He's got 24 in the ball game to lead all scorers. And he goes to the line for just the second time tonight, 0 for 1. His club is trailing by 25 with 8:33 to go. Free throw, no good. Now 0 for 2 at the stripe. Raptors grab the rebound across center. Will come Jared Rhoden. Man, somebody just walked by with about a bottle of perfume on. 8:20 to play in the ball game. Jeez.
It's like that commercial where they never get any work done because you could smell the boss coming with all the perfume.
Goodness. It's like when you see the bench in hockey or football when they bust up the smelling salts. I suddenly just woke up real high. My goodness. Down low. Nurkic takes on 3 Raptors, fouled, and back to the stripe will go Jusuf Nurkic. That came after a nice up and under layup on a reverse for the veteran Garrett Temple, who got a lot of praise and smiles from the bench after converting for Toronto to put the Raptors up by 27, their largest lead.
You know, 7:54 to go in the game, Eric, and the season at home for Toronto. And you get down towards the end of the year, and you've been in the locker room all year with guys, and you've butted heads in practice, and you've gone through ups and downs, emotional and times with the team, with families and all of that. And then you come to the realization at the end that every locker room changes at the end of the year. It'll never be the same. There'll be
guaranteed there's at least 2, 3, 4, 5 guys here that won't be here next year.
You can have a new draft pick. The locker room will be different.
Yep.
So it's time to relish it.
Temple driving, fires a pass to Mobo, who turns and floats one in.
Left hand.
With the lefty, show it off as you head back on D.
And there was a case I'm talking about, Eric, where he was aggressive. He wasn't thinking about somebody else, and he wasn't second-guessing.
Mobo's got 13 in the ball game. Raptors lead 106-79. Mobo just snagged the loose ball. Turnover, Charlotte. Mobo to a cutting road and hit midair, no call. All right. He'll take the 2 and go back the other way, leading by 29. Jamison Battle going to come in at the next whistle. Simpson has it for the Hornets. Goes up top to Jeffries. to Sims on the perimeter, turns, fires on a contested three, no good. Nurkic couldn't get to the rebound. Mobo cleans it up. He's got 9, looking for the double-double. Heck, he's flirting with a triple-double. Mobo, Roden, 3-ball, busted. Mobo's got 8 boards, 8 assists, 15 points. He could be getting the triple-double tonight, folks, with 6:44 to go in the ball game.
I guarantee.
And the Raptors now leading 111-79.
I guarantee somebody at the bench is going to look at the numbers when they bring the stat sheet over during this timeout and tell everybody in that huddle, this guy's close to a triple-double.
6:44 to go in the ball game. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The My Choice sales event is back at Nissan and the choice is yours. Choose our best-selling Rogue, always ready for adventure, or the rugged Pathfinder, a towing powerhouse, or the all-new boldly redesigned Kicks. And now during My Choice, you can choose up to $1,500 in Nissan bonus or accessory credit, or choose 3-year prepaid maintenance. Hurry into your local Nissan dealer today. $1,500 applies to Pathfinder and select Rogue models when leasing or financing through NCF. Conditions apply. See Nissan.ca for details.
I'm Ray Ferraro. I'm a retired NHL player. After 18 years, my knees and feet had just had enough. Day-to-day was filled with some sort of pain. Kintex changed everything. What they've shown me is custom orthotics and the proper footwear provide comfort, confidence, and care in every step. The relief was immediate. Now I'm pain-free and active. Let Kintex join you on your journey to stay active. Check them out at kintec.net.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 6:44 to go in the ball game. Raptors leading 111-79. And Toronto tonight getting 23 points from Jared Roden off the bench. He's the number 1 scorer for the Raptors. And Jonesy in town tonight. Method Man from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes. Yes.
Now, I'm going to tell J.R. Manatad, I love the guy. We gave him his flowers earlier, and rightfully so. Now, that's a dude I want to sit in on the broadcast for a bit. Get Method Man over here for the last 4 minutes.
The acting, he was in Power Book 2.
Yeah. And Wu-Tang Clan is playing in Toronto, I believe, in July. I would love to go to that concert. Anybody out there that's got a hookup? I believe it's in July that Method Man and the rest of the Wu-Tang Clan will be in town. Tell you what, you know you're a basketball fan if you're coming to a Raptors-Charlotte game late in the season.
On April 9th, with both teams barely having 40 wins combined.
Yeah. You want me to get on my soapbox about when hip-hop was hip-hop, when rap was rap? Not that I don't mind some of the stuff today's day and age, but man, back in the 80s and 90s.
There was a golden era of music from about, you think of even our parents' generation and the stuff they listened to, from about 55 to like 2005. And then the wheels on the cart started to wobble a little bit.
A little bit. There's every once in a while somebody tries to drive it back onto the street. There are some fantastic artists out there. Mobo with the steal. Behind the back pass to Garrett Temple. Lays it in. How about the connection from the vet to the rook?
Oh, Mobo with a great steal and pass, and Temple knew he had to run hard to make it a 2-on-1. That'll be a highlight.
15-9-9 now for Mobo. Far corner triple, no good for Moore. Raptors grab the rebound. It was Robinson. Give the ball to Jonathan Mobo. Let him get that 10th assist. Here, he's got it right now. Temple gave it to him. Mobo goes back to Temple. 3-ball. Garrett grazed the rim. Rebound into the hands of the Hornets.
Don't tell me the Raptor bench doesn't know. They're all up there standing. They know what's at stake for Mobo.
Along the baseline, laying one up and in on a little bit of a reverse, Wendell Moore Jr. Raptors leading 113-81. It's a 32-point lead. It was as high as 34 just moments ago. Mobo to battle, 3-ball, no good. Robinson with the rebound, blocked by Taj Gibson, picked up there by Baugh, who comes down the floor for the Hornets. In the far corner inside the arc. Now bringing it out on the perimeter, goes back up top to Smith Jr. Over to Moore, back to Smith. Straight away, shot clock at 8. Looking for a screen. Salon comes over, gives it to him. Smith steps into a triple and knocks it down from straight away.
Well, the Raptors a little bit, dare I say, lazy on the defense there.
29-point lead now for the Raptors, 113-84. Mobo passes to Battle, drives to the 10, dunks it down, and the Raptors lead by 31. Mobo credited with the assist. He's got 15, 10 and 9. Rebound to Mobo. There's the triple-double for the Rook, and the bench goes wild.
They know. I told you, they knew. Somebody was looking at the stat sheet.
Temple, 3-ball is good. The vet with the sidestep 3, and Temple with a huge smile on his face as the Raptors lead 118-84. 3:50 to go. Out on the far wing. It's Smith. Crossed up, stepped back, dropped it down, answers with a triple of his own.
Tough shot.
He's played well tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Five triples in the game, 21 points. Mobile on the near side, hands off. No, he doesn't. Faked it to Roden, goes up top instead to Robinson. 3 left it short. Rebound goes to Smith. Nick Smith Jr., 21 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds for the Hornets. Smith at the far elbow, brings it back to the perimeter. Cross court, over to Baugh. Baugh, no look pass down low to Taj Gibson, turns, fires, and misses from point-blank range right at the rim. Raptors advance across center. And Garrett Temple gets it across center and calls for time with 3:08 to go. And Jonathan Mobo heads into the huddle, and he is mobbed by his teammates with 15 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. A triple-double for the rookie, Jonathan Mobo.
Good night for him. And I mean, the guys, they love to play together. I mean, you know, it's a I wouldn't say meaningless game, but it's not going to impact the standings, and they've acknowledged it on the big board as well.
How about the only rookie in the NBA to record a triple-double this season?
It's big. I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the Raptor rookies pushing for NBL rookie teams. Shed, you know, the way Jacoby Walters come on recently. Bunch of guys.
.308 to go in the ball game, with the Raptors leading 118-87. We gave the shout out earlier to our crew, and how about the shout out to all of you who have tuned in all season on the Sportsnet Radio Network, or on the Sportsnet app, or at sportsnet.ca. You might have listened by other means as well. We've got some friends on the satellite side of things, and of course always locally in the GTA on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. We appreciate you tuning in, and at the risk of sounding like we're patting ourselves on the back a little bit here, Jonesy, folks, we've been calling games together for 20 years. This the 20th season of Smith & Jones, and we've enjoyed calling it all, and hey, love to have at least 5 more, let alone 20 more. We'd love to keep doing it as long as we can, as long as you'll tune in and join us as well. .118-87. Raptors with the lead. Temple driving near side, fake the pass. Reverse layup is good. Temple cooking right now. 9 points in 6 minutes on 4 of 5 shooting.
That was a strong drive. The closeout was poor, out of position, late, out of control, and Garrett, the veteran, took advantage.
2:30 to go in the ball game. Raptors leading by 33. Shot clock down to 5. Smith with a deep one for Charlotte. Bucket. 6 3-balls in the game for Nick Smith Jr. He's got 27 points in the game. Raptors with 2:10 to play. Mobo in the lane, turns, fires, missed the shot. And a scoop layup is good on the other end for Salon. Swider's going to come in a moment with under 2 minutes to play now. Temple across center. Far side, hands off to Battle on the far wing. Missed the triple, rebound. Tracked down by Temple. No, Robinson got hands on it, kept it alive. Big O turns in lane. Beautiful shovel pass to Mobo with a monstrous two-hand cram.
Good job by Robinson tracking down the loose ball. 50-50 balls, man. First one to it.
1:40 to go in the game. Raptors leading by 30. And a turnover for the Hornets. That'll be their 19th of the game. They've coughed up 28 points off turnovers. And now Jonathan Mobo checks out of the ball game. His night is done with 17 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds.
Being mobbed by his teammates as he goes off. Guy's easy. He's still wearing a mask on his nose. You broke your nose again. How? In a celebration at...
How about Robinson to the lane? Down Main Street, through traffic. Scooped it and faked it from left to right to put it in off tin. Off glass, off tin and in. Raptors leading 124-92. Down low, Robinson and Swider converged on Charlotte as it was Nick Smith Jr. getting to the rim. It'll be Battle with the foul, his 5th. That's 5 now on Battle and 5 on Robinson with 1:15 to go in the game. So Jonesy, the Raptors are going to win their 30th game of the season. They've got 2 remaining. We're not that far away from the draft lottery, and we are, about 10 weeks away from the NBA draft?
Yeah.
Ish, a little more than 10 weeks.
There'll be a lot. I just think there's going to be a lot of action on draft day with trades and all kinds of stuff.
124-94. Smith makes good on the free throws. Lawson out on the wing far side. Goes cross court left to right over to Temple. Going to turn and fire into a 3. Missed it down low. The rebound goes to Charlotte. Temple, 9 points in 8 minutes off the bench. Driving, left-hand scoop. Finishing at the rim was Nick Smith Jr. Another bucket. He's got 28. Lawson, far side. 48 seconds to play. Driving into the paint. Little finger roll from Lawson is good, and he's played well again tonight as well.
He has. I tell you, Rhodes 23 tonight. Lawson 14. What a two-headed stat line they've had.
Triple straight away, no good for Sims. Raptors snag the rebound, and Robinson will hand it to Garrett Temple, who's going to dribble it across center, and the Raptors are going to take the turnover. They're going to dribble out the clock and just have a shot clock violation.
37 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists between Lawson and Roden.
Hey, throw in Jameson Battle to the mix, and the numbers are even better as well. Add another 10 points, another 3 boards, another 2 assists. Raptors do indeed take the turnover on the shot clock violation, just their 9th of the game. And with 11 seconds to play, the Hornets will inbound, and the Raptors are going to close out their regular season at home with a 30-point victory.
The guys who are in the running for the Raptors coaching job, the 2 finalists, Charles Lee and Darko Rajakovic, embrace it midcourt.
(126-96) the final, a 30-point victory for the Raptors, their 30th win of the season, and Toronto finishes 18-23 at home.
Coach Jama Mahalela, assistant coach, has come to get the game ball. We know that's probably going to Jonathan Mobo in the locker room, and I'm sure you'll see that on social somewhere. I guess he gets the chain tonight.
Oh, and the Raptors as a team out at center court. The entire team standing on the logo at center, waving to the crowd, kind of a soccer-style finish with the players showing their appreciation for the fans. And now Grady Dick's coming over to congratulate Herbie Kuhn, as does RJ Barrett, and other members of the Raptors coming over as well. Ochai Agbaji, Ulrich Shamshe. They're all coming over to have a word with Herbie Kuhn, again celebrating 30 years. As Toronto tonight gets the victory over the Charlotte Hornets. Scotty Barnes now autographing some cameraman's lens out on the court. That's kind of like the old tennis tradition as well.
U.S. Open, right.
And the regular season at home comes to a close, but again, 2 more games remain on the road for the Raptors in Dallas and then in San Antonio. Jared Rhoden is set to join us after this victory. Rhoden with a strong ball game, 23 points in the ball game off the bench for Rhoden. And Jared, we're right behind you right now. If you can talk to us a little bit, Jared, about just closing out strong, not just in this game, but down the stretch, the character that you guys showed in terms of continuing to battle night in, night out, despite what might be happening in the standings.
Yeah, man. Coach is just preaching that doing the right things, no matter the circumstances. The plays are going to be available for us to make, whether it's game 80 or game 1. So it's just about executing the right game plan. And, this system that we play is a fun system and it involves everybody. And it's infectious when you're playing out there.
Jared, talk to us about your own personal mindset. As Eric said, the standings are irrelevant, but there's a lot at stake for a lot of people. I know somebody like yourself, you've had a couple stops in the NBA. You're trying to solidify stuff. You're trying to show well, but you're trying to fit into the team concept as well. You seem to be doing a good job. How do you do that?
Man, that's a testament to my teammates, man. They make a really fun environment, and it makes it easy to go out there and hoop. I feel like I'm a little kid just playing again. I'm not thinking the game. The game is just happening instinctually. And when you're playing like that, any player can get off. And it's just a really happy and healthy environment. And that just it showcases when we play out there.
Jared, we appreciate you joining us, and I tell you what, it's been a pleasure watching you play here in Toronto. We hope to see you back in a Raptor uniform this fall.
Good luck, man.
Oh, thanks, fellas. It was a great last home game. We're happy to see you guys.
Thanks.
All the best. There's Jared Rhoden of the Toronto Raptors as the Raps get the victory tonight. A 30-point win for Toronto as they close out their regular season at home, winning 126-96. We'll take the break, come back with final stats, then get set for post-game coverage. For the last time this season, it's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a
What's up, Raptors fans? How we doing tonight? Our Raptors take on the Charlotte Hornets. Come on, Raptors, let's finish this season strong. The season's done. There's no playoffs for our Raptors, but it doesn't matter. We're here, and I thank you for hanging out with us and cheering on We the North from wherever in the world you are hanging out with us from tonight. We got to get this basic YouTube stuff out of the way. Please help us continue to grow this Raptors community and get ready for the Playoff Pulse campaign, where we'll be live for every single NBA playoff game right here on TSI so we can scout it out and get ready for next season when our boys get ready to do it again. And we'll be live, of course, for every single Raptors game next year as well. Please take a second, hit that like button, share this link out to your friends. Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com. We've got some awesome new merch there. We're working out all the bugs. So please help us by checking it out and getting ready to place your order when you see the product that you like. Big shout out to Level Up SEO. If you guys need some business website stuff, please reach out to Tommy and his team at Level Up SEO. These guys are amazing, and they will take your website to the next level. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Go Raptors, go. We'll see you back in the chat.
Costs. While others add to the noise, Magic cuts right through it. Find out more at magicwindow.ca.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to wrap things up on our final broadcast of the season. 2 games remain for the Raptors, both on the road. The final home game tonight, the Raptors winning 126-96 as the Raptors got 23 points from Jared Rhoden tonight. He just joined us on our post-game show. 7 rebounds, 4 assists as well. And with no disrespect to Rhoden, a fantastic performance. Scotty Barnes flirted with the triple-double, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists in only 20 minutes of action. But the triple-double for rookie Jonathan Mobo, the only rookie in the NBA to record a triple-double this season. 17 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds for Jonathan Mobo. On the other side, in the loss, 28 points for Nick Smith Jr. and 26 for Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, a good way to end things off at home if you're the Raptors. Good finish. And hopefully that's something they can parlay into a lot more next year. You got a summer. I mean, they still have 2 more games left, no more at home, but you got a summer of work ahead of you, summer league, training, individual, probably some group workouts together. Looking for some time to put this thing together.
A high draft pick coming?
It's a hard part of the year when the playoffs are coming around, and we know we've been on both ends, and you're not playing, right? You're sitting at home watching, and then, on the other side of the coin, when you do make it and your team's in the mix and, you're dancing and trying to get to the finals, and, we've seen it. We've been there before with the Raptors, the last team standing, the last team dancing when the music's still going, and you would hope that this fan base will have a taste of that next year because the potential is certainly there.
And hopefully, fingers crossed, they can do just that and be right back in a position to be in the playoffs and start with a new era in terms of what this team could be, because the core is still relatively young and a good chunk of the core is locked in for at least a few years.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it all plays out, folks. We're going to continue with Smith and Jones for at least the next few weeks, if not through the postseason. So we're not going anywhere, but the broadcasts, at least on the Fan 590 and on the Sportsnet Radio Network, are done. 2 games remain for the Raptors this season. But as always, we appreciate you